Ha 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 ha. I'm really good. Ah, come on, bird. Mom, go. Ah, go, bye-bye. Go, bye-bye. Go, bye-bye. Come on, go. Come on. Come on, go. You Mama? Hey, Bruno. Hey, Bruno. Go now. Kitty. Hey YouTube, it is Sunday, so happy Sunday. William, as you just saw, was having a little bit of a meltdown. He's actually had a really good morning. He had a little bit of broken up sleep last night, but Dad said he woke up around 3 or 4 this morning. He spent the morning door dashing, and he, I think, really enjoyed the ride this morning. So he was a little bit nervous at first because it's out of routine. We haven't door dashed in a long time, but he enjoyed the ride, I think, once he kind of figured out what we were doing, because he used to ride with us all the time. So he's had a rather peaceful morning until we got back home, and then he's had a thing lately for the bathroom, wanting to hang out in the bathroom a lot. And going potty and this and that's always like a transition for him and a process. So he's got a fondness for the bathroom right now. But he just had a shower, he just had a therapy bath, and so we're just trying to let him, you know, kind of run around and that, since we were dashing today for about an hour and a half, so the entire time obviously he was in his seat buckled up. So, but we had a good morning out. Chris and I had McDonald's breakfast. 2 older boys did their own thing, as well as Dad. So, yeah. Alright, happy Monday. It is now Monday. All the taping I did was yesterday, Sunday, so this weekend was a crazy week, YouTube. I'm at work, so I'm sorry if it gets loud at times, but hopefully y'all can hear me okay. But yeah, it was a crazy weekend because I had missed some shifts the first part of the week, and then I had to make it up Saturday. I have worked Saturdays before. It's been a good minute, and I remember why I don't like it. Weekend shift sucks in a few ways, but it is what it is, and I had to pick up the hours, so my check could even out a little bit better than it would if I hadn't picked up that shift. So basically, it's been crazy at home with William lately. The poor little man. I honestly wish I could record him more than I can, because the interaction he has with us is unique. As y'all know, he's nonverbal. He can't speak. He can say random words, but that's it. Sometimes it's appropriate and sometimes it's not. The way he speaks to us, as I have told you guys in the past, he will put our hand on something and then that's his way of saying, I want that. It's tricky because we, as you know, have to study his every move. And the tricky part about it is because the concerning part also is because if something's like going on physically, like inside his body, we can't tell, obviously, because it's internal. We can only tell if like he's got a cut, or you know, he's bleeding somewhere on the outside, or he has a bruise, or God knows what. We can tell what's going on with his body on the outside, but obviously not on the inside. And as much as I love my child, he is the world's worst patient. He does not want to be messed with. I mean, he's actually due for a haircut, and I haven't even cut his hair yet, because I know he's just been going through a lot. So, and honestly, I miss his curls. So he, for the past couple nights, has been able to sleep the majority of the night, which it is a blessing, but because of the way he is now, like, I feel like his sensory issues are getting worse, and because of the way he is now, Dad and I have to even stay awake watching him while he's sleeping, just to make sure he has no issues. So unfortunately, I'm still pretty much letting Troy, we eat dinner, I you know, clean the house, we eat dinner, clean the kitchen up, yada yada. I let Troy go to bed after that, and I wake Troy up around 1:30 in the morning, and then that's when I get sleep, so I can come here and work. Troy doesn't sleep well. I think I've told you guys that. He doesn't sleep well at all. So technically he probably gets more sleep than I do, but when I sleep, typically I'll sleep really good. So that's why I'm okay with allowing him more time to have the ability to rest than I get. On a personal note, today I'm not feeling good. I didn't sleep well at all last night. Even when I went back to bed, or back in the bedroom, I still didn't sleep well, because I think I was worried about getting up to work, quite honestly. So that was interesting. But my back hurt big time this morning. It's still hurting, so I'm not 100% today. I think I look halfway decent, but that's about it. So yeah, it's a late video this weekend. I apologize. It was just a crazy weekend. We did go out and DoorDash yesterday morning. Yeah, and the kids loved it. William got a ride. Luckily it was cool enough, because lately it's been really, really hot. So, but luckily it was cool enough, and we enjoyed the ride. Didn't do bad. Got a couple of orders, you know. I've never dashed personally. My husband has, but I have not. So my account is brand new. So I did dashing yesterday, and I liked it. I'm still trying to get used to my iPhone. So there was a couple hiccups, but for the most part, you know, I was with my husband, I was with my babies, we were making money, you know, so what's not to love, except for our vehicle. I think Christopher enjoyed it, because he knew we were out making money, and he's understanding more and more why you need to make money and everything. So the fact that we were all together making money, I got emotional about it yesterday, believe it or not, because it's like we had such a decent morning and a good morning being together, and we were making money. Didn't make a whole lot, but we were still together. And you know, Christopher just wanted to end it perfectly by saying, hey, you know, is McDonald's still selling breakfast? And in our location, in our area, they stop selling breakfast about 10, and it was like 9 minutes before 10. And my sister actually manages the one that we went to. So he's like, hey, you know, he's like major hinting the fact that he wants McDonald's breakfast, and that's my ultimate favorite breakfast out. If we're gonna go to a fast food place, that's the breakfast I want. My husband will verify that. So we're on our way to McDonald's, and I'm just thinking, man, I had such a wonderful morning, because, you know, the babies were okay, that William was enjoying his ride, getting excited. Christopher enjoyed making money with us. My husband was driving us around. I was dashing, and then we end with my favorite breakfast. So I'm like, why can't this pay more? Because I cannot tell you how many times Troy and I have been like, you know, what can we do that we can stay together? We don't have to be apart, but yet we can make a living, an actual living. We've said that for I can't tell you how many years. And number one, we've never found anything legit. And number two, you know, it's getting expensive to live these days. You know, we live literally paycheck to paycheck, and we have to stretch what we get, and we are just the average American low-income family. And I'm trying to figure out every way I can, every day I can, how to change that. So, but yeah, William, he's getting older, he's getting stronger. I'm not a boy, so I can't tell you what he's gonna go through puberty-wise, and when he starts feeling what boys feel as they get older and crap like that. He's got 3 older brothers plus a dad. That's their area. I'll support, I'll love, obviously, that comes without saying and comes naturally, so I will do what I can, but I can't help but think, and that's something Troy said too, about, you know, the questions, like, why am I feeling different, why is this happening, yada yada, you know, that type of thing. I was an only child for most of my childhood until like my early-ish middle teens. And then my mom got married and he had 3 children, 1 boy and 2 girls, and so I didn't get a brother until later in life, but I did not grow up with him. So I don't know what boys go through, because I'm just me, and I only know what my mom told me about little girls and what I went through, so that's probably the kind of only bad thing about being an only child, is because all you know is what you go through and what your mom tells you about. You don't know anything about anything else. So I don't know if he's been really frustrated a lot lately because of puberty or growing up, of you know, because he'll be 12 at the end of next month. So I don't know if that's what's going on. I don't know if it's just overstimulation in the house, too much going on at once. We don't know if he's hurting internally, which is our obviously worst fear. We don't know. All we know is that seems like he's been a lot more frustrated lately. I know that not being able to communicate verbally really, really upsets him. Like, it would upset me. Like, when I can't think of the words I want to use, you know, when I'm trying to get specific about something, that upsets me. So I can only imagine what my child goes through. And, you know, we were telling, you know, Troy's mom about this the other day, and I'm like, because she's like, oh, you know, because she asked him what he was doing and everything, and I said, Grandma, he just feels miserable, just miserable, you know, because he's having digestive issues. And she goes, you know, she's like, you know, he probably feels how I do sometimes. I'm like, it's sweet that you're trying to level on his level, but trust me, you have no idea. I have no idea, and I'm his mother. I have no idea what my Spider-Man stinker goes through on a daily basis. And until you live that life, you have to deal with those challenges within your own self. Even caregivers, even people that love you unconditionally have no idea what you're going through, especially when you can't communicate it. So no, unfortunately, she does not know how he feels, because she's not going through it. He is. So with all due respect, with all the love in the world, whatever, no, you don't know. You don't get it. And like I said, I'm his mother, and I love him more than anyone in this world, along with his dad, and I don't get it. Dad and I are the most sympathetic in the house, I'll tell you that, alongside his brothers, but that's about it. So I've wanted, honestly, to kind of film a meltdown for you guys for a while, but I worry about doing that, and I'm concerned about doing that because I think YouTube has certain restrictions against hard to see footage, so that's why I haven't, but it's not pretty. I think I've told you guys in the past, he literally looks like he wants to crawl out of his own skin. He will, like, just jump up and down, like, turn his body all the way around, like, literally, like to a uneducated person, you would think, just if you didn't hear him, you would probably think, oh, he's seriously excited about something. Like, that boy cannot wait to do whatever the heck he's gonna do. Until you add the sound with it, until you add the screams and the yelling and the crying. So then you know that he's not excited at all. He's having a meltdown. He's probably in pain, definitely uncomfortable. Something is up and it's not right. And then if you're in mine and my husband's spot, you just have to study and figure it out while trying not to allow him to hurt himself or you or the house or anybody else. It's challenging. A couple of things this week, and I'll try to wrap it up here. This week I'll try to do a bonus update video, even though I've kind of done that a lot here, which I actually didn't plan on doing, but it's okay. I have no childcare, so I will be home Wednesday, so I will try to film him as much as I can. I will try to get Christopher to say hi. Christopher's very camera shy. He doesn't like to be on camera, and I'm trying to respect that, even though I feel the world needs to know about his autism as well. And obviously, as I have said in this video, we have a birthday coming up for William. He's going to have a Spider-Man themed birthday because he talks about Spider-Man all the time. So that's in the works. I've got some stuff in my cart, some party supplies and some presents, and I'm trying to get Dad to agree with me on some of them. William is very, very, very hard to shop for. But I think you'll like the things that I've got picked out. But anyway, I will end this here. I will say, please, do all the things, like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. I will also say, since today is my mother's birthday, happy birthday, Mom. Miss you, love you. She died, I think it was 2 years ago now, but August 25th is her day, and it's been her day since I've existed. So it will continue, even though she's no longer here. But yeah, y'all stay safe and stay hydrated. I think it's cooling down weather-wise, at least it is in the Midwest. So, yeah, until then, next video, probably hopefully Wednesday. Definitely something next weekend, not next weekend, but the weekend after that, we're gonna try to go to Spirit Halloween, I think. So, all right, God's peace, y'all.